As the description says, we are going to decoupage on a 12-inch ceramic tile. My brother brought me about 6 boxes of these last night. So we might be doing a few of these in the coming months, years, whatever. So he had a few busted ones, so we 6 boxes minus a few. So I have washed it off with just a little cleaning wipe, and yeah, we're gonna get started. So this is my paper that I'm gonna use, my Easter paper, and we'll have just a little bit to sand off the edges. And I don't think we'll have a whole lot to do to it because it's, you know, it's pretty dang cute. And there's just, I don't think it needs a whole lot. So, oh, sorry, I'm just looking around to see if I had any glasses to help me see, but I don't see any. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to decoupage it on. I'm going to use Pentart's decoupage varnish and glue. I've got a water mister here. And I'm going to get a few paintbrushes handy. And let's begin. Okay, let's see here. What do I want to do first? I want to line it up where I think I want it. And then I'm going to spritz the top of it. I'm going to pull it back. And then I'm going to put my decoupage medium on here. I think we're going to do half the tile first. And I want, you know, a nice even layer all over. I think I definitely got plenty on there. Okay. And then, actually, I'm going to spray both sides. And try to get it back to where I wanted it. This is tissue paper. It's a little thicker than most. But spritzing it with that water gives it that ability to kind of stretch. I've learned this from Royce at Roycycled Treasures. She does it with hers, and I could not get the hang of that in the beginning, at least with her paper. I think I was doing it wrong, but yeah, I just felt like I was ripping the paper, but on hers anyway, her paper's just a little bit thinner than mine. But anyway, once I finally understood what was going on, and it was just a me thing, not having time to pay attention, so anyway. And then I'm just going to wipe off the excess water and kind of smooth it out. I'm not sure if this is exactly how she does hers, but it's so much quicker than the way I was doing it. Okay, let's do the other part. Just a nice light misting all over. And then over here, and a nice even coverage over here with our decoupage medium. Not too much, but just enough. And we definitely want every area covered, because if it's not covered with our decoupage medium, it's not going to stick there. And that's going to lead to it not sticking. Going to have a bubble. It's not going to be pretty. We don't want to have to fix that later if at all possible. Okay, let's spritz this side. I think I already did, doggone it. Oh well. It's this side I hadn't spritzed. Okay, And I'm still learning on how much water I think I need. But it just helps it lay down so much easier. And if you find it's kind of dry in a spot and needs a little more water, don't hesitate to add a little bit more water. Like there, I can feel it's a little taut, if you will. Like I didn't get water on that corner maybe. That just means it's kind of dry there and wet everywhere else, and I just need to wet it there, so. And that means it's stretching everywhere but there, so it's not gonna lay right. So I just spritzed it a little and it's golden. I just love it. So thank you to Royce for for that little trick. Still be careful, don't press too hard, you know, don't want you to rip your paper. If you do, hopefully you catch it quick enough that you stop and you can pull your paper back out and cover up your mistake, but because I have had to do that. Okay, let's see if anybody is talking to me. If so, I may have to ask Courtney to bring me some glasses, but let's see. Hello, I can't read the Excel. Hello, nice to meet you. Did you draw this? I designed it. I just spritzed it with water. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you for the glasses. That will help me. Okay. Oh, shoot. These are broken, though. No, they're not going to do me any good with one lens. Readers are on my list today. I've got to go for a dentist appointment, so. Okay. I'm going to dry this a little bit, just making sure that it feels like I don't have any excess medium underneath there and no excess water sitting on top. And then I'm going to dry it around here so that we can sand off our edges. Thank you. Okay, hopefully it's going to be dry enough that we can sand that off, I hope. Oops. Okay, now it is very wet still, but for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead. But we do run the risk of tearing it, doing it this wet. Realize this tile kind of has a rounded edge. One side down, okay. Sorry, no, that has to sound awful. Okay, one side to go. That's looking really good. Okay. I think I'm going to add just a tiny little stencil. Oh, you know, I never even thought to paint this for, oh, we didn't have to. I wasn't even thinking, ooh, gotta be careful. Normally, I would paint white underneath the design, but if you saw in the beginning, this tile is actually already a very pale off-whitey color, so I did not paint it first this time. So yeah, that looks good. I got a few different little stencils that we can try here. I have sweet. Oh, yeah, that could fit. It's a little big. You go with sweet. You go with hop, which I am probably leaning towards hop. Happy Easter. I would probably scoot those a little closer together, but that sounds like a lot of work. Or Hello Spring, and that's a little long. It would fit, but it's kind of tight. So I think we'll just go with hop. And let's get out a chalk paste in white, I think. And oh, actually, I think that's going to be the last thing we'll do. So let's seal this first. We could go ahead and seal it with our decoupage medium. Or we could seal it with our furniture sealer. Doesn't really make much difference. I think I'll just go ahead and seal it with the decoupage varnish and glue from Pentart, just because I won't have to get out another brush. So this will already be sealed. And then we can put our stencil on. Oh, and I just thought, well, we could put something around the edge, but honestly, this one doesn't need it because this paper has kind of a lacy border in the design and flowers around the edges. So it's really got so much of it already done for you. I thought about adding some wax around the border or some dry brushing, but honestly, I think that would take away from the design. I think it's good. Do we want to do another tile when we get this done or not? I do have another tile laid out. I just got to wipe it off, and I do have one more paper laid out. I know this went pretty quick, which we're not quite done with it, but I do have to get to a dentist appointment, but I do think I'm okay for time. So let me know what you think. I'll look up here in a second when I start drying this. Really didn't need to get that quite this thick. Okay, I'm gonna dry it. Hi, Carla. Hi, Angela. Hi, Kay. What else am I missing here? Paper is gorgeous. Thank you, Angela. That's you too? Okay. I've got the professor out. Is it Hoppity Professor? Whatever that one is. Don't mind these dorky glasses. I really don't like these. Actually, I can just focus on drying where we want the stencil to hurry this up, I think. So what time? It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I hate to lay down and stencil when it's tacky. I'm afraid that stencil will pull up on our decoupage, so I want to make sure that's pretty dry. Actually, I'm going to put a paper towel. Well, I might put a paper towel under part of it. Maybe even yeah. I don't know. I'm going to put a little piece of rice paper, a couple pieces of rice paper. I don't know. This might be the dorkiest mistake I ever made. You never know. Okay, so hop is what I'm going to go with here. Let's actually see where I want it first. I think that's going to fit pretty good. Yep, that's where we're going to go. I'm just going to try to do it pretty quick and not press it down on there very long. Okay, I lied. I am going to stick some rice paper under there. Just, I don't know. Probably end up getting the rice paper stuck in it. Okay. And you could just use regular paint. You don't have to use the chalk paste, but it does leave a cool raised stencil look. And I will let that dry for several hours, maybe even a day, and then come back. Huh? Oh, shoot. Doggone it. You just missed what I did. I had the stencil on there, and I went on with this and just went over it. Sorry. And put on the stencil. Doggone it. Why didn't you holler sooner?
What color was that? Vintage lace?
Yes, this is vintage lace chalk paste. You could actually, you could use regular paint, but I do like the 3D effect. But I will come back when it's probably tomorrow, when it's sat and dried really hard. It will dry hard as a rock, basically. And then sand it just a little to make it a little smooth. And if I think it's too white, and it does look like it is going to be a little too white, I'll probably take a little bit of Fusion's antiquing glaze and brown it down just a tad, just to make it look a little more vintagey to go with everything else. But that is what she's looking like. I don't know if I've got an easel that will hold this. I don't know. It might. I don't know. Yeah, that'll hold it. So yeah, that is really kind of close, but you get the gist. Plop in an easel, and there you go. So let's do the other one real quick. And actually, yeah, let me set this one aside where I don't hurt it. Let that one dry. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Again, this is another 12-inch tile. Like I said, my brother brought me 6 boxes last night, so we got 12-inch tiles for days. And I'm just cleaning it off with a cleaning wipe. These are just great value cleaning wipes from Walmart. Whoops. Oh, heck. I'll just get another one. And again, since it's such a light color, we can skip the step of painting it. That's kind of awesome. Because normally we would be painting this a white or a very light color so that our image would pop through. Then I'm going to dry it with a paper towel. And then Professor Hoppity is our next victim. And I just have a paper towel underneath here just to, so it's not sounding horrible when it's sliding across my glass mat. Okay, Professor Hoppity. Here he is. Oh, shoot. I wonder if I know where that other... I just had an idea. I wonder where that stencil... Oh, there it is. That's not a stencil, that's a stamp. Okay. All right. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. What a gift, the perfect size and color. I know, right? I'm pretty tickled with these. I'll have to send him pictures. I'm sure he will be less than impressed, but hey, he will be happy that I used him though. So yeah, he told me about him months ago. And I'd gotten to thinking that he must have thought by the way that I responded that I didn't want them. Because he's like, you know, free delivery even. Like, oh, I can't say no to that. And I'm thinking they're the perfect size for my decoupage papers. And then he never showed up with them. And I don't remember, that was like in December. So I'm like, well, he must have misunderstood the way, you know, I said it. I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, I'm busy. I didn't have time to, you know, I've thought about it a few times, but not enough to really worry about it. So, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'm trying to make spaghetti and cookies and make a decent supper and send some over for my mother-in-law who's been sick. And I turn around and there's my brother in the doorway and he's like, special delivery. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Great timing. But, so yeah. So we had a nice long visit last night. I think him and my sister-in-law left, it was a little after midnight. So I did not get any work done last night like I planned, but you know, we plan, God laughs. We had a nice visit, so. And look what we're creating today. Okay. We live like 5 miles apart and never see each other, so it's kind of ridiculous. And that's Ethan's dad, if anybody's wondering. Mom and Dad. If anybody remembers Ethan. And who could forget Ethan if you knew Ethan? Okay. Let's get it spritzed on this side. I'm not sure. I might need more water on the other side. I feel like I was a little light. We'll see here if it's laying out. Like I said, that is just water in my Mister bottle. Mister. See, it just goes limp and wimpy and just lays right down. Okay, let me get a paper towel. Oh, I have to write that down. We plan, God laughs. Yes, I love that saying. I think, well, I don't know if I ever got that in a stencil form or not. I know I asked for it. I can't remember if I got it or not. But yes, that is that and that's one of my favorite ever sayings, and a kind word is never wasted. Those are like my all-time favorite sayings. I was just thankful I didn't have a meeting last night because I probably would have skipped it. It seems like I have a lot of meetings at night lately. Okay, same as before, just good coverage all over the entire surface. No bald spots. You're not bald. Okay. Spritzing lightly with water all over. Lay it down. Actually, I don't even know that I need water on top of this one, this side. It looks really good. Where is Ethan nowadays? He was actually in college when he was here. He went on to a full-time adult job for what he was going to college for, which was diesel mechanics. So he's just like 5 miles down the road from me doing his adult job now too. Ethan was great. Not as great as Courtney, but still awesome. Yeah, it's hard to believe he's been gone almost a year. It was April when he left, so. Yep, gosh, I think he turned 20 in December. So yeah, he's a big boy now. Okay, I think that feels really good. With my papers, there's so much, mixed media look to it that it's hard to tell maybe if there's a wrinkle or anything, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm also wanting to make sure there isn't one, so I've got to do a lot of feeling, but I don't see any and I don't feel any, so that's good. Okay, same thing, gonna dry around the edges so I can sand it off. So obviously I just focused on the outside edges just so that we can get it sanded off and keep going. And hopefully it's not too wet because I have ripped it before when it was too wet. And I'm kind of wishing I had pulled it down further because I think we're going to cut off part of his ears. But I didn't think that far. But if you're watching this, you will learn from my mistake. And it'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Don't sweat the small stuff. By the way, putting in a request for you to design a cool vintage-looking snowflake paper. Okay. Duly noted. Oh, it says my restocks are supposed to be here today. We'll see. which I'm going to be gone most of the day. So if they are here, I won't be here to get them until, yeah, late this afternoon, because I've got several errands I've got to run while I'm in Quincy. So, but yeah, we should have the gypsies in and the calorie stocks and a couple other new ones that were all supposed to be in last week. But I haven't seen a text from FedEx come through, so. But I've seen it show up in my shop pay, so hate to get too excited till it's actually here. Hopefully it's here by tomorrow before I leave town, so. Otherwise, we'll just make a post, but. But Courtney will be here. Okay. That's where we're at. Like I said, we did cut off the tips of his ears, but oh well. And I think, and we can quit here, but I think, thinking about putting the stamp on here with white. I mean, I think I would try to avoid his face and, you know, the main design, but just kind of have this in the background a little bit. So, wonder if I could mask that just a little bit. I'm not going to get real fancy or anything. I mean, it would probably be best if I, you know what, I think I might just go ahead and seal this first. And then whatever ink I get on here, I can just wipe off. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Vintage snowflake, huh? Oh yeah, we should have a Christmas in July release too. Where is the time going? Basically April already. You know, some people act like January goes on forever, and I don't feel that way. Is that loose? No, guess not. I feel like all the days and months just fly by. Okay, let's dry that and then work on stamping over that. In my spare time, yeah, right? That's what I was thinking. But I do love to design. And I do love when you guys give me a clue what you want too, so. I mean, I can't always oblige, but if I feel like it's something the majority of the people will like, I'm happy to try. Okay, so we're gonna seal this. And then we're gonna stamp it. And then that way I'll be able to wipe off any excess ink, hopefully. In theory, that's how this should work. Oh, I didn't see that. You could do one that's more vintage, antique looking, and another in blues and whites. Yeah, I don't know. I don't usually go much for the blues for Christmas, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't. That doesn't mean that that's not something everybody else wants. And I could design some like I did the gypsies and ask what the majority likes. And it depends on the shade of blue too. So yeah, I like a turquoisey blue. But it's not all about me. But it's easier to design when it's something I like. Like people have asked for like turquoise or turquoise, for like flamingos and something else, or several things honestly that just aren't really in my wheelhouse of things that I really like. It's like swans, that's another one. Like, and I just don't know how popular they'll be either, because like I said, I've got to order in such a, a certain quantity. So it's kind of scary, I can't just order everything and then be sitting on it. Or I'd rather not. But we'll see. I don't think I've been stuck with too much yet. Okay, the top half is really good and dry, I think. It must have been a little thicker on the bottom. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, use some white. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's try a little section. Don't know how old this ink is, if it needs re-inked or anything. Yeah, I can't hardly see that. No, I can't see that at all. Okay, yeah, that inker or that stamp pad is not very good at all. Let's see if I have another one handy. See if this one's in better shape. I don't know if I'm really liking it either. Not feeling it. No, I can't see that either. I thought I refilled one of these just the other day, but maybe that was must not have been this. Good grief. Now, why on earth does somebody have 3 ink pads? This is the one I can see. It's got ink sitting on top. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of ink. Okay. Okay, those other 2 pads need a refill, for sure. And they have been around a long time. Okay, let's try it this time. Oh, let's see what you're saying. Tealy blues and whites would be pretty. Ooh, black and white. I'm feeling that. Kind of like the Bluebell bunny paper. Yes. Okay, yes, I do like that. Like I said, it's just a little easier for me to get excited when I like it. Okay, there we go. Just gonna keep going with that till I can't. Okay, now I'm gonna try to wipe off. Oh, shoot, that is not coming off. What the what? I don't want to rub too hard and rub down to the paper. I really don't want it in his eyes. Well, that's some good ink. Okay, so I probably should have tried to make a mask out of something and covered him all up. Yeah, I don't want to really keep rubbing anymore because I don't want to rub through that sealer. Okay, I'm just going to keep going with that and pretend it's okay. So just know that if you do this, be more careful, be more mindful, pay more attention to how close you're getting to the bunny, or make a mask and don't get it on him. But I honestly probably need to go a little further over just because I did on the other side. It's turning out pretty stinking cute though, I think. I just wish I wasn't quite into there so far. Guess I'm just gonna keep using that corner there because that's what I used on the other side. Like I said, I don't think it would look quite right if I didn't go onto the bunny on this side since I did on that side. Okay, I'm gonna quit, I think. He's a little fainter on this side, but I'm gonna quit. And then I really should get this into the sink right away, but I don't have a sink in here, so I'm just gonna leave that wet wipe on there for now. And I'm gonna dry it a little bit. Still can't believe that won't come off. I mean, I could probably get some, maybe some, something stronger, but again, I'm afraid it would eat down through my paper, and then I would have to fix another problem, so. Yeah, I better just quit. Okay, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with the edges either. When I feel like this is really dry, I will seal this again. Maybe I won't. I mean, it's just a home decor project, so I probably actually won't, but I could. It's up to you. Am I using 91% isopropyl alcohol? No, I'm just using a cleaning wipe. I don't know if I have alcohol in here. Would that go through my paper or not? I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared to do any more the way I rubbed on it there, but I think I'll quit. So that's how it turned out. So if you got any extra flooring tiles around, ceramic tiles or whatever, 12-inch tiles, they do work pretty good for this. So I'm very pleasantly happy with that. And yeah, and we got 2 of them done in what, 46 minutes? So not too bad with me yakking in between too. Thank you, Darnell. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna get off of here and get to my dentist appointment. So thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.